Okay. Good morning, children. Today we are going to study our new lesson, nutrition in animals. So here we are going to study about our new lesson, that is nutrition in animals. In this lesson, let's see what is meant by nutrition. Okay, what is meant by nutrition and nutrition in animals. Okay, so nutrition in animals, if you see, animals are heterotrophic. We all know that animals are heterotrophic because for food animals are depending on other organisms. That's why they are known as heterotrophic. So the mode of nutrition in animals is heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and the type of nutrition or the type of heterotrophic nutrition in which organism consume solid organic matter as their food are called holozoic. So the mode of nutrition which we are making is heterotrophic, and that mode is holozoic, because see, now we are consuming the food. That food is what? It is solid and it is organic matter. Same way in amoeba also it is holozoic mode of nutrition. And whatever may be the food we eat, it must undergo 5 steps. Let it be in any organism or let it be any kind of food we eat, it should undergo these 5 steps. That is, first one is ingestion, next digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Whatever the food we eat, it should undergo all these 5 steps. Without these 5 steps, we cannot take the food. Not take the food, our nutrition is not complete. Okay, so first step of this nutrition is ingestion. Okay, so let's see what is meant by ingestion. Ingestion is the process by which food is taken by the organisms. Okay, different organisms will take food in different modes. That is, like, see, if we see in amoeba, it is single cellular. So now I am showing here. See, if you think amoeba means other than the round structure, any structure is amoeba. So here it is amoeba. Okay, and here food particle. So what happened means, this amoeba, it develops finger-like projections on the body and it reaches to the food particle. Okay, so this is amoeba and this is food particle. Okay, finally what happened means, this amoeba directly engulf the food particles into the body. So these finger-like projections are known as pseudopodia, which means false foot. So the finger-like projections on the amoeba body are known as pseudopodia. So these pseudopodia are developed for the engulfing injection of the food. Okay, so here now amoeba, now food is directly entered into the body. Here see, this food particle, it is solid food particle. Solid food particle is directly entered into the body. That's why here it's the mode of nutrition is holozoic mode of heterotrophic nutrition. Same in our body also. If we see our body, organism, human body, if we see, let it be any animal, we are having special structures called mouth. So through the mouth, food enters into the body. And from there, from the mouth arises esophagus. From esophagus it enters to the stomach. From stomach it enters to the intestine. From intestine it enters, after the intestine it will, the food which is undigested and some extra parts, it will be excreted. Okay, so once again let's see some more about our next step of the nutrition is digestion of the food. Digestion is the process of breaking down complex food molecules into simpler molecules and is brought about with the help of special molecules called enzymes. That means, see here what it is saying means, now through the mouth food is entered into the body. Okay, so here once again I am writing here, through the mouth food is entered into the body. Okay, so after that it enters the, or it passes through the different organs like esophagus, stomach, intestine means large intestine and small intestine, both the intestines. So till here digestion is completed. After that the food is excreted, excretion starts, that is through anus, it is excreted. Okay, so here from mouth to intestine, the digestion of food, it is brought through the special molecules called enzymes. Different enzymes are secreted in different parts. Mouth will secrete enzyme, stomach will secrete enzymes, and intestine also will secrete the enzymes, but not the esophagus. Okay, esophagus means it's food pipe, it will not secrete any of the enzymes. Mouth will secrete enzyme. So digestion will start in the mouth. In the mouth it will start and it will complete in the intestine. Okay, so for digestion enzymes should be added. That means mouth will secrete enzymes, stomach will secrete enzymes, intestine also will secrete the enzymes. Okay, so this is the enzymes. And let's see the digestive system in the humans. So digestion in lower animals, it is intracellular. That means it directly engulfs the food. The food will enters into the cell. It is intracellular. But coming to the complex higher animals like humans and all the animals, we are having specially developed digestive system. So that's why it is extracellular. Okay, so now coming to the digestive systems. Okay, let's see the digestive system of humans. So here I am having the diagram of digestive system of the human digestive system. Here see, so here this is the mouth part. Okay, so in the mouth it is containing two salivary glands, and these two salivary glands, it will secrete the enzymes. So here digestion will start in the mouth. So the saliva which is secreted by salivary glands, it will mix with the food, and here this mouth, inside the mouth, with the help of the teeth, the food will be chewed, that means made into pieces, and the saliva will mix with the food. Then again it will pass through the esophagus. Here esophagus, it is a long coiled tube only. Okay, it is not having any function, just it will allow the food mixed with the saliva to the stomach. Now after that the food will enters into the stomach. Then here in the stomach food will be not completely digested, some part of the food will be digested. From there it will enters into the intestine. So we are having two types of intestine, one is small intestine and another one is large intestine. And finally the undigested food and undigested food which is not needed, or undigested food and some waste materials, it will be excreted through the anus. Okay, so this is the human digestive system. So in detail this is, and here the stomach, it is included with the two glands. See, one is pancreas and one is the gallbladder. These two also will secrete the enzymes. Stomach also will secrete the enzymes. So the enzymes which is, or juices which is secreted by them, it will add to the food and it will help them to the digest. So now coming to what will happen to the food which is digested. Okay, so here in the small intestine food is digested, and when it comes to the large intestine, the food which is remain, it also digested, and absorption will start in the walls of the large intestine. So when it comes to the walls of the large intestine, what will happen means the food which is digested, the walls of intestine will absorb that food. So after absorbing, what will happen means the food which is absorbed by the large walls of large intestine will enters into the blood, and from the blood it will be circulated to the all the body. Okay, that means the food which is digested, or the energy which we got, the food which is digested in the intestine, it will be absorbed and it will through the circulatory system it is sent to the all the body. This process is known as absorption. So what is absorption means? See here, once again I am showing what is absorption is the process by which the digested food molecules are taken up, that means absorbed by the intestine wall and sent to the circulatory system, is called absorption. Okay, so till here it is absorption. Now coming to the what will happen to the food which is absorbed. The food which is absorbed, the absorbed food is incorporated into the living cells and used by the body for its growth, and that process is known as assimilation. Okay, so now the food which is absorbed and sent to the all different parts, it will be incorporated into the cells for, and it is used for production of the energy. Okay, that is digestion. Our next process is digestion. So what is mean by digestion means, see here, through anus what will happen, the food which is undigested and the waste, it is removed by the and removed through the anus, and the removal of the waste and undigested food is known as digestion. Now coming to the digestive system in humans. So here in digestive system we are calling, this is the digestive system before we saw. So mouth, at the end of the mouth it is containing two salivary glands, and these two salivary glands are connected to the esophagus. Esophagus is connected to the stomach. From stomach arises small intestine. Small intestine is attached to the large intestine, and finally it is open through the anus. Now coming to the alimentary canals case. Okay, so digestive system and alimentary canal is not same, both are different. Digestive system along with its digestive glands together is known as alimentary canal. Okay, so alimentary canal means it is not like a esophagus or not any other thing. So whole digestive system along with its glands together is known as alimentary canal. Okay, so alimentary canal is a long, muscular and coiled tube-like structure. It starts from the mouth and ends at the anus. So different organs of alimentary canal are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. These are the organs of the alimentary canal. So if we see one by one organ. See mouth is the part through which food enters into the body. Okay, inside the mouth it contains teeth, and the teeth, what is the use of the teeth is, it is used for chewing of the food, and at the end of the mouth it contains, mouth is also known as buccal cavity. Okay, so at the end of the mouth it contains two salivary glands. These two salivary glands will secrete saliva, and saliva will contains a enzyme called pepsin. Okay, so this mouth will opens into a coiled structure called esophagus. The other name of esophagus is gullet or food pipe. Okay, mouth and mouth cavity is also known as buccal cavity, and other name of esophagus is gullet or food pipe. Now here esophagus, there is no any function of esophagus in the digestion. Now the partially digested food enters into the stomach. Inside the stomach it secretes gastric juice, and gallbladder will secrete the bile juice, and pancreas also will release the juice. All these juices will mix means it will act on the undigested food, and the components which are not digested in the mouth will be digested in the stomach. Now again here also in the stomach also digestion not completed. So the partially digested food will enters into the small intestine. Here digestion will complete in the small intestine, and then it will start from his small intestine. The digested food will enters into the large intestine, and here in large intestine the absorption will be completed. Okay, so this is digestive system in humans. Now let's see digestive system in ruminants. So ruminants means what is mean by ruminant and what is mean by rumination. So ruminant means like the animals which are chewing cud are known as ruminants. Okay, what is mean by rumination is the process of chewing cud is known as rumination. So this is ruminant stomach, that means like our cow stomach. So the ruminant stomach is compound stomach. Okay, it is not normal stomach. If you see our stomach, we are having specialized digestive system and our stomach is simple, but coming to the ruminant stomach, it is complex stomach. Okay, so it is divided into 5 parts, that is reticulum, omasum, abomasum, rumen. These are the 4 parts. Okay, 4 parts it is divided. Now see, first the part which is connected through to the esophagus. Now the food will enter into the reticulum. From reticulum, the food will enter into the So this is the stomach of ruminant. So here in the stomach of the ruminant, it is divided into 4 chambers. That is, first 2 chambers it is called rumen, and the second chamber is called as reticulum. Third chamber is known as omasum, and the fourth chamber is known as abomasum, which is also known as its true stomach. Okay, so first from the esophagus, food will enter. Not from the esophagus, from the intestine, small intestine, food will enters into the rumen, and here the food will be converted into the soft pulp. It is known as the cud. And when the animal relaxes, from this rumen, from the second chamber, food will be taken back, and again partially digested food will be digested and will sent to the directly to the omasum. From omasum it will be passed to the abomasum, and digestion will be completed in this abomasum. This is the stomach of the ruminant. Here our stomach is, see, once again I am showing directly, see, not directly, once again I am showing. So our stomach, it is not containing any of the parts. That's why it is known as the compound, not compound, it is known as the simple stomach. But coming to the ruminant stomach, it is divided into the parts. And see, once the food entered in our stomach, it cannot be brought back. See, esophagus is directly connected to the stomach. But in this case, small intestine is connected to the rumen and esophagus is connected to the reticulum. Once food is entered and it is partially digested or it is converted into the cud, again when the animal relaxes, it will be taken back through the and directly will give to the reticulum. Okay, this is the completion of digestion in ruminants also. Okay, thank you.